Hey, it's Colleen.
Hi, it's Kate.
And it's Megan.
And we're the
Three Scheme Queens. Join us as we discuss popular hoaxes and give you our comedic take on what is fact and what is fiction. If you have a sense of humor and an open mind, come take this journey with us.
We'll tell you what we think, and we'll try to prove it to you.
Is this thing on?
Hello.
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys. Happy Spotify Wrapped Day, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's hear it.
Top 1% Taylor Swift listener.
Yeah. Kate beat us all. Me and Megan were top 2% this year.
Mermaid Girl was also top 1%.
But also the most embarrassing thing that happened was that my number one song
Yeah, tell him.
was Shabuzi.
Patch.
What is it called? The bar song. And that's Patch's favorite song. And he used to make us get in the car and listen to it every day.
Yeah, you've got like a whole family on your Spotify.
Yeah.
You guys, we weren't even my number one listen to podcasts. Isn't that so
That's
sad?
so funny.
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bourbon Boy.
Thanks, Bourbon Boy. Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday I saw him and I was like, did you listen to the episode today? Because usually he texts us on Tuesday.
Maybe he's
with, like,
busy listening to another one.
yeah, some comments, but he's like, no, Protect Our Parks was on and that's my favorite.
It's where like all four of them get together, but I don't know.
We're not his favorite.
He loves those guys.
What else has been going on, guys?
Well, I don't know if you guys know this, but this weekend, which will now be the last weekend, is Taylor Swift's last concert. She's wrapping up the Eras tour.
Wow.
I know. Remember when we went to, guys?
2 years ago now.
I
almost?
know.
Oh
I
my
can't
God.
believe it. Listeners, if you didn't know this, we did go to the Eras tour. We've probably talked about this before, but we like sat in line in queue
For like 6 hours.
and then it froze and we were like all like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we sat in line, and we were like, this is it. We're never getting tickets.
It was
Megan
so stressful.
went upstairs and like panicked / in a depressive state, took down and brought down the Christmas tree. I went to eat, and Colleen was
Nice.
just like,
Get
you know what? I'm just gonna refresh.
Because all of the intel had said, no matter
not
what,
refresh.
do not refresh.
And I was sitting there with an error page on my laptop or Megan's laptop, and I was like, you know what? What can we lose?
Yeah, we got
like,
nothing to lose. That's
clicked
right.
refresh, and then it immediately opened up to the stadium with selecting the seats, and I screamed and didn't know what to do.
You were like, we're in, and Megan's like,
Megan
hurdled the back of the couch, and I
I've
was
never
just sitting
seen her
there
get-
like, oh my gosh, we're in.
She was airborne.
To be clear, also, though, Kate was like studying in the
Oh, yeah.
corner,
Yeah,
doing,
I was-
doing yoga. Kate also did not participate in like the week before when we had to sit in a 4-hour line to get
Yeah,
verified fan.
she didn't understand
I
how to
didn't-
be a verified fan.
Oh, that's right.
You
We
did
had to
some-
verify.
The point is that
for
Kate
her.
didn't have to do any work here. And she's
Yeah.
always like, so next time we're going to do this again, right? And I'm like, Kate.
Which like loops it back to Kate had her dad do everything for her, and
Now-
now she has Megan doing everything.
Yeah, so
I
she,
think
she went from
Colleen-
her dad's house
Yeah.
to Bourbon Boy's
I think-
house.
Colleen, didn't you walk me through how to like sign up for the
Yeah,
free?
you were at work. I was like, I just took your phone from
Yeah.
you. I thought,
Yeah, and then
but
she
then
gave,
you didn't have your freaking Ticketmaster password.
No, I didn't.
And Megan signed you up for Ticketmaster, so then we had to call Megan to get your password
Yes,
because Megan made your account.
yeah.
no, but then you didn't wait in the like, I feel like
She didn't get the code or something.
no, but like
No, there was like
there was a wait to even get
Yeah.
on the verified list, and I believe I was in my bed with my phone and my computer doing both Kate's and my
Crazy.
verification.
That's true.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. I was like, I can't do this. I don't have time. So
Mhm.
can you do it for me?
Mhm.
And she did.
Yeah.
And we went.
Mhm.
It was so fun.
Guys, just a reminder, don't forget to check out our Facebook and Instagram pages at 3 Scheme Queens. That's the number 3 Scheme Queens, all one word. We're also on Reddit, same username. If you want to check out our website, go to 3schemequeens.com and you can find links to our social media accounts, our Buzzsprout page, all of our episodes, additional content, our contact page, and our discussion board where you can engage with us and share any updates on the topics that we have discussed. Let us know how we're doing and what you want to hear next. There are also opportunities to financially support us. There are links to buy us a cup of coffee, links to our recently updated merch store, and affiliate links. And as always, if you choose not to financially support us, we appreciate the follows, the downloads, listens, the likes. What should the people do?
Pause this audio recording. Hello. This is a message from the creator. I'd like you to stop and send this to 3 different people named Taylor that you might know.
Or it doesn't have to be Taylor. It could be anyone.
Yeah, but you should just call them Taylor.
Yeah.
Why don't you?
Or send it to
Just
your
call Taylor
Swifties.
up.
Swiftie friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 Swifties that you may or may not know.
And they don't even have to be hardcore Swifties. They could just be like casually.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theorists who love a
Bond woman.
you know?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then also, you could also scroll on down, leave us a 5-star review, leave us a comment, share us with your friends and family, chat with us on Reddit,
Right.
on our message board, and you can go to our website as well and interact with us.
I do remember last week when Colleen said, "What are we talking about next week?" And we said Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
She said, "Ugh, the people are gonna hate us."
Yeah. I was like, the men won't listen to this. But you know what?
But maybe they will.
If you're angry at Taylor Swift, have a listen.
Yeah.
But
If you
also,
love
like,
Taylor Swift, have a listen.
but here's the thing: men should listen.
Yeah.
Be clear,
Sit down.
because if you can have a conversation about Taylor Allison Swift with a girl,
You're woke.
yeah, and you know what? You're gonna get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is it time for our
Drink check.
Drink check.
Colleen and I were sitting here waiting for Kate to come over, and we were like, what's our drink check going to be? And I started thinking about it. And you know, in her younger years, she told Vogue that her go-to cocktail
She is in Taylor.
was Diet Coke and vodka.
Right.
And you girls tried this before the airs,
We
too.
did. Maybe we'll post it on the Instagram.
We did try it. Oh, yeah. We have a
Yeah.
lot of footage from it.
Yeah,
You guys said I did not try it because it sounds.
it was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2 of the Scheme Queens actually tried it. Not so bad. She then famously broke the internet after videos of her endearingly drunk after 2.5 mojitos.
Oh yeah.
And so I was like, should we do mojitos? No, it's too cold out there, you know?
Yeah.
Dumois has reported her favorite order to be a French blonde or a cosmopolitan. Now, French blonde is like a gin drink with Saint Germain. I don't love that. Cosmo, I didn't have the ingredients for, but I do love a good Cosmo. So you know what? We're keeping it simple. One of her other go-tos is white wine. She said she always just takes a bottle of white wine when she goes to her friend's house. So that's what we're drinking.
Yeah.
Fine.
We're drinking Chard. And we're drinking, we referenced it last week, we're drinking Dreaming Tree Chardonnay by Dave Matthews Band, a fellow musician of Taylor Swift's, if you will.
Yeah.
Also a local winery.
Yeah.
I've been there a few
He's
times.
from here, isn't he?
Charlottesville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that guy.
Well, if you guys didn't know, my senior song selection was a Dave Matthews Band song.
What does that mean? Like,
Yeah. What does that mean?
Did you guys not vote like
Oh,
superlatives, like your senior song?
no.
too.
Oh no, we had like a class phrase, a class song, our class phrase was "Get her done."
That is so Southern. That is so funny.
Yeah, our class song was "The Best of What's Around" by Dave Matthews. It's a good song.
What do you think about the Dave Matthews wine?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not as good as Zach Brown Band.
Oh, yeah.
Colleen's
like-
over here sipping a medicine ball.
Yeah.
She's a little
If
congested.
you can hear it in her voice,
I'm on my morning.
she's pushing through. Yeah. Thank you, Colleen.
Here I
Thank
am.
you.
Yeah.
We kept
Yeah.
being like, we can do this without you. And she was like, no, I feel fine. I just sound terrible.
Yeah.
I get that. I
My
understand.
chest hurts, but it's okay.
But when I was dying, Kate was like, 6 puffs is a neb treatment. And I did it. And I was like, Kate, I sent a video. I was like, my hand was like,
Yeah.
I felt so much better. But
Yeah.
I was like, I am.
6
Yeah.
puffs is a
Right.
neb treatment? I didn't
Mhm.
know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
But you're not supposed to go puff, 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 which is what I did. You're supposed
Okay.
to like do 2 puffs. Wait a minute.
I always do puff,
Two
puff,
puffs.
puff, puff, puff,
Okay.
puff, puff. I didn't know you're supposed to do that. I just
Well,
puffed
because then when I
Remember
went,
when you didn't know how to use a spacer correctly, too?
it. Yeah.
It's just like,
I
don't.
still
with-
stand by the fact that it should make a noise if
No.
you're doing it the right way.
no, it's supposed to slow. It's supposed to be a slow inhale, so you're not supposed to hear noise.
like an incentive spirometer.
Yeah, but then I only learned this because then when I went to the asthma doctor,
Yeah.
and she did her like.
It says right on it.
Well, she does like her biannual, like, here's your emergency plan or
Right.
whatever.
Right.
And she's like, and so, and if you ever are just so bad, you need to go to the hospital, here's what you do. And it was like the 2 puffs, wait 15, 2 puffs. And she was like, and when you're doing that, you also are calling 911. And I was like, oh yeah, I laid on my couch and did that. And I was like, I'm a new girl.
Yeah. It's great.
At 911.
Yeah.
Okay, Kate,
Okay.
what are we talking about today then?
Well, I mean, guys, if you haven't noticed, there is quite a theme to this episode.
I wonder what the theme is.
Yeah. Could you guess it? It's
Are-
all about Taylor Swift. Happy birthday, baby.
When's her birthday?
December 13th, 1989.
Oh,
You got that Jane
1989.
Dean daydream look in your eyes.
We can't sing too much because she'll sue us.
I don't think she's going to sue us.
If she finds us, she will.
Also, I feel like she'd be like, You're singing my songs on your podcast?
Iconic.
Love this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
She's a silent lurker on the internet, so she could be listening to that.
Taylor Alison Swift is an American singer-songwriter known for her narrative-driven music and her poetic lyrics. Her music style spans many genres, from her country roots to pop, and even trying her hand at a more folky twang during her COVID era. She was born on December 13th, 1989 in Reading, Pennsylvania to Scott and Andrea Swift. Her parents believed in her dreams so much that they uprooted the family to Nashville, Tennessee, where she rose to fame as a teenager with her self-titled debut album in 2006. Since then, she has taken the music industry by storm and quickly has become one of the most dominant figures in history. Taylor's lyrics are often picked apart, digested, and analyzed by her loyal fan base, who are devoted to putting the puzzle pieces together in her personal life. Her poetic words often focus on her own experiences in love, friendships, relationships, and emotional growth. Her ability to reinvent herself with each album has kept her relevant across different music scenes and earned her the very popular theme of her current world tour, her Eras Tour. That we went to. You guys know her. You guys heard about that. Yeah.
We're in our era.
But wait a second. Is Taylor Swift really who she says she is? Or could there be something more sinister stewing underneath all that charisma? Or as the youngins say, Riz and fame? Could she really be the clone of alleged Illuminati member Zeena Lavey,
Wait, what?
who is the daughter of Anton Lacey, the man who founded the Church of Satan in
I
1966?
did not know about this one.
This is like the biggest one.
This-
I had no idea about
Oh
this.
my gosh. Hold
You
on.
got to show her the
Yeah.
picture.
This is so funny.
The picture is down here.
Turn your computer a little bit more. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wait a second. How have I been on the internet this long and I've never heard of this?
I don't know how you.
I don't know how this has happened to you.
And I'm on like the Swifty internet.
Yeah. Are you on? But you're also on conspiracy internet.
I am. Now it's gonna be all over my
Mhm.
Yeah, because we talked about it.
That's crazy.
I'm trying to pull it up for you because Megan, you sent me it, right?
Well, I sent you a couple of random conspiracies because I didn't know if you were gonna have enough content on this.
Oh yeah, Troy Sivan. I saw that. Oh,
What about Troye Sivan? I love Troye Sivan.
Oh, that
that
same
he could
person.
also be Tay.
Shut up. That's so
And then there's
funny.
these like there's these commercials from like the 90s where there's like a 12-year-old girl who's like advertising toys, but like the ages don't match up, but she looks just like Taylor Swift. There's all these conspiracies. There's
Yeah,
all
it's
these
really
theories.
weird. It's weird that all these people look like Tay.
Mhm.
Or does she look like them?
She looks like that,
Mhm.
right? Okay, so
Wow.
I know she looks
That's
just
a
like her,
crazy
right?
reel
It
that I
is.
just watched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I believe it. Prove me wrong. You're right
Okay.
until proven wrong.
All right, all right, all right. What about you?
You guys
Do you
are gonna
think she
you
was
guys
the
are gonna
clone?
be really surprised when you hear this. I don't buy it.
I would like to buy it because I think that's funny.
Yeah.
There's no okay, I really do believe that Taylor Swift, I don't mean to sound just like a weird Swiftie
You
fan.
think she's reincarnated?
No, I really think she's like
That's
one
not
of the
hard.
nicest celebrities out there. Like you never hear
Yeah, I think she's
stories about her.
chaotic.
Even Dumois is like she's so nice. I think the way she is with her. Remember she back in the day when she was like make her fans
Yeah.
cookies and
Yes.
send them
Yeah.
gifts and like
She
she-
truly is a sweet. She's her
Yeah.
mom.
and the way she is when she's like There's always these things like we pick the right person to make famous, right? When
Yeah.
she's like,
Yeah.
I get tired, but I never get tired of this. And like, I begged for this. So why would I ever get upset that someone approached me,
Right.
at dinner to ask for my autograph? And like, she just really does seem like an overall, and again, as someone who follows a lot of gossip sites, you usually hear, even if someone's faking it, you hear about like encounters, but like you only ever hear nice things about her. And we're to believe that she's like a satanic worshiper. I don't know.
That's true. Also, well, she's not technically a satanic worshiper. She is the clone of that person.
Okay.
Mhm.
You get it right, Megan. My God.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you
Listen,
clone a person,
You gotta listen, Megan.
Yeah.
are we gonna get into?
What
I
about
guess
your parents?
we're gonna get into like nature versus nurture. But if you're a clone of somebody and you're exactly the same,
You're still
So,
not the
like,
same.
Was she
I
cloned?
mean, twins
and then,
are basically clones.
her, like-
Identical twins are basically clones, and they're not the same.
okay.
Was she cloned and then her mom was like impregnated with like the fertilized egg? Or like was she given to them as a baby?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that part of it?
Oh, that's a good question.
Like
That's a
where
great
did
question.
you-
I'm so happy you asked that
Sorry,
question.
I'm so happy you.
Yeah. I think that you have to assume that she is a clone at that point. And also, if she's a clone that
like
isn't,
upon fertilization.
well, if a clone is like their DNA is exactly the same, so it's made in a lab anyway.
So she had to have
Petri
been-
dish. Wait a minute.
Do we have pictures of her mom pregnant?
Do we have pictures of hers? I mean, I've seen pictures of hers like at like 1 or 2 years old.
But
But we
if
have
my-
baby pictures of her.
Oh, like a pigeon. You
Yeah.
never see baby
These are all
pigeons.
questions that I don't know. The question is like,
How do clones work?
no, well, yes, also, but if she was cloned, then you would assume that she would be given to her parents, right?
Yes.
The baby still needs to grow in a uterus to be cloned. It's still, it's not like we don't have like
I
You
need
know,
to know more about clones.
tanks where you can grow human beings, like
That-
they do in Star Wars.
That we know of.
Yeah, that you know
That's
of.
true. That's
Have
true.
There's that one girl who cloned her dog.
You can clone cats and dogs and
Well,
whatever.
Dolly the sheep, right?
Cloned
Yeah,
me.
I'm going to talk about Dolly.
Okay.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, so funny you mentioned
Yeah.
Dolly.
Do you know who Dolly is?
Pardon?
That was like, you guys should tell us the year. That was like our childhood. That was like big breaking news that they cloned Dolly the sheep. It was like
Dolly
the
the
first
sheep.
clone they'd ever done.
No, I thought you were talking about Dolly Parton.
Yeah. Okay. So Colleen's a yes. She believes it. Megan's a no. I will tell you what it is.
I'm a yes until I learn more about cloning.
Okay. So this theory first went viral on an Instagram reel that popped off alleging that the two women had the same DNA.
And so-
The obvious reason is that they look incredibly and like uncannily alike.
right.
Mhm.
I will share a picture on the Instagram. Like it is, you're like, wait, this really could be the same person.
Especially if you look at like her Reputation era when she was wearing like the dark
Dark
lipstick.
lipstick.
Thinner-
Yeah.
The thinner
Yeah.
brow.
Mhm.
Yeah. And even more so, they've got quite a bit in common, like as far as their personality goes. So
Oh.
Really?
first, yeah. Let's start on who Zeena Lavey actually
How do you
is.
spell it?
Zeena space Lavey.
Interesting. Was she given that name from the Satanic Church?
From her dad,
Who was head of the Satanic Church?
who created the
You know,
Satanic
have you
Church.
read about Satanism?
I started to look it up and I just got real creeped out and I was like,
We're gonna touch a little bit on it.
Neutral.
neutral? What do you mean?
Look it up.
I don't want to look it up. Freaks me out.
We're actually gonna touch a little bit on it next week when we talk
Yeah.
Jean Bonnet.
They're not
Oh,
as
Jean
messed
Bonnet.
up as you think they are.
Oh, 100%. If they're worshiping Satan,
If
that is
you
messed up.
Here's what I found.
I'm not reading anything.
Here's what I found in my Google search was that I think that sometimes people mix up things like Wiccan,
Yeah.
paganism,
Very different things.
satanic, and I
Very
think they're
different.
not the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how Satanism can be not that bad.
Right. You're worshiping the devil.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're talking about Satanism and not Wiccans?
Because Wiccan's just all about
Maybe it's Wiccan.
Wiccan's all about like nature and like
Yeah.
hippie
Yeah.
stuff.
Anyway, so but also if
I
you
have
look up the
Irish
guy,
as
if you look up Anton Lacey, he is very creepy looking.
Is he bald?
Anyway, I googled him and then looked at one picture of him and was like, I feel very bad about all of this, and I am, because you guys know I'm very like believe in the spirit world and like all the things, and I'm like, I don't want any of this energy touching me, so I am giving it away. And I said, Jesus, there is no room for anything else in here except for you. That's what I said. Anyway.
When did you say that? Did you say that when you lied at your first confession?
Shh, don't tell anyone that.
You did.
Yeah, I didn't know what to say.
That's so funny.
You're asking an 8-year-old to like confess to something, and you're like, I don't even know what a sin is.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's the whole point.
So she made up a story about hitting her brother.
With a broom.
Well, you probably did hit him at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something about going to confession and lying just feels
Very wrong.
Your next confession
Ironic,
better
right?
have been lying.
I never went to
first.
confession again
Oh,
after
yeah.
that.
Well, that's the thing. They make it so scary.
Yeah.
Although I've never done it. That wasn't part of my church.
Yeah.
you weren't Catholic.
I wasn't Catholic.
Yeah, that wasn't part of my church.
Well, are there other churches that do it?
I think it's just
No.
Catholicism.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just it like Catholicism makes it like
I didn't
more.
think you were Catholic.
I was raised Catholic.
Oh.
But then as an adult, she rebaptized herself and was like, this is my journey.
There you go.
And it's not in the Catholic Church. It's in a non-denominational church.
Yeah, non-denominational.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So Zeena Lavey was born on November 19th, 1963,
Hmm.
and she was an American author, singer, and actress. Although, being a musician is kind of a loose term because this claim to fame really came from her leading vocals in an album called "The Satanic Mass."
Did you listen to it?
No, Colleen, how many times do I have to tell you?
Why did we give
I
you?
don't want to touch this. I do not want to touch
Megan.
anything about that.
Look it up.
But wait.
She was just like singing hymns.
They created albums also?
Yes, for like Satan.
Okay.
Anyway, it was notably enough released in, are you ready for it?
1989.
1989. That's
What
so weird.
time of the year?
I don't know.
I bet it was
It's
December.
1989.
Yeah, I
Winter.
was gonna say.
Yeah. Why be on an album that glorified the devil, you ask? Well, you guess it. She's best known for her connection to the Church of Satan,
Well, because of her dad.
which was founded by her father, Anton Lacey. And Anton Lacey is a widely controversial figure known for his writings and philosophy that formed the basis of modern Satanism, particularly in his 1969 book, The Satanic Bible.
I did really enjoy the show Lucifer. It's
Oh,
a
I
crime
like
drama.
that show too.
Oh yeah. I know
It's
what you're talking about.
supernatural.
And people think he's hot.
He is really hot.
Yeah. Lavey also dabbled in acting, though most of her projects were smaller roles like B-list movies or very low-budget films. And these projects definitely fit with her theme. They mostly focused on horror and dark influences. In 1973, she played a role in the movie called The Devil's Daughter, which was a low-budget horror film trying to capture the growing interest in the satanic cult. However, in the 90s, she moved away from the Church of Satan and her father's far-fetched ideologies and instead adopted a new path for herself. She became involved with a more esoteric spiritual practice related to the occult and spiritual exploration.
Wait, esoteric?
Yeah, esoteric.
Like an esoteric joke?
Oh,
Like
Taylor Swift,
from
right?
The Black Dog?
yeah, we love that
Written
song.
by
Tortured
Taylor
Poets
Allison Smith.
Department? Okay.
Does she have any Satan references in any of her songs?
She is in the Tortured Poets department. There's a lot of like spiritual metaphors. Eventually, she became a practitioner in the left-hand path.
Interesting.
This is, I think
So like holistic.
it's like I think it's like Buddhism.
Interesting.
I was trying to, it's like sort of a religious practice that it sort of has more personal empowerment, citing that individuals transcend their moral boundaries. It's like in this practice that practitioners are often seen or view themselves as like divine or God or a type of God. And it encourages like self-discovery, personal transformation, and often the pursuit of one's own desires without the need for submission to a higher deity or external moral code. And today she lives in Berlin with her husband named
Oh, she's still alive.
Nicholas Schreck.
She married a man with the last name Shrek,
Yeah, she did.
spelled the same way as the
No,
Green Man.
it's not.
Oh.
Schreck.
Damn it.
Schreck. I feel like that's how he says it.
Yeah.
Schreck.
Yeah.
And is currently a practicing Buddhist.
You have a picture of what she looks like now?
Yeah, and actually she has brown eyes.
She's beautiful.
Oh,
So-
so brown eyes in the first picture?
Mhm.
She's actually
Oh.
gorgeous.
Yeah, she
Um,
looks like what Taylor would look
let's
like
see now.
as an older.
Oh,
As
brown eyes.
Yeah.
She
She looks less like her. I mean, obviously less like her there. Also, really sucks for her then that now she's just like a Buddhist, but we all know who she is because
she was in the Church of Satan.
yeah, like
Yeah.
she probably is like, I want to.
Oh, that's what she's
Yeah.
done, like multiple interviews and like documentaries, kind of like explaining her experience and like
And she probably wants to distance herself
yeah,
from
yeah,
that.
exactly.
But here we are talking on a podcast all because she looks like Taylor Swift.
right.
Sorry.
Sucks for her.
Sorry, Zeena.
Zeena.
Sorry, Zeena.
And she looks very German here,
You're
you
very
know, like
pretty.
stoic.
Yeah,
She kind of looks like the Erickson twins there.
she
A
does.
little bit,
I
yeah.
forgot all about them.
Yeah.
I know. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Why do
That's
we
a good
always
one.
forget about that?
That's a sitter episode.
That was a great one.
That
Well,
was
you were,
funny.
I think you were absent for that one.
I was.
That was a good one.
That was
Yeah.
a good one.
Okay, so this is the conspiracy. Believers say that the evidence is this: Shrek and Swift are both represented by the serpent emoji and have blonde hair.
Wait,
If you don't do a reel with the Shrek cartoon for this, I'm gonna lose my mind.
wait. They're represented by the serpent,
Yeah, the serpent,
like Reputation.
like Reputation.
Why is she represented by?
Because the Satan
Satan.
was the serpent.
Wait, so then are
So-
we arguing that Reputation is like a satanic worshipping album?
I would disagree with that.
Okay.
However, that is the conspiracy. Is like
Oh,
That's your favorite
she
album.
loves snakes.
That's
But yeah,
your favorite
we know how the snake came around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the snake emoji from Kim.
Yeah, from Kim Kardashian, and that everyone was canceling her. So
Yeah.
Tay
She
just-
embraced it.
Tay embraced it and was like, "Yeah, so if you're gonna,
Call me a snake.
I'm gonna be a snake."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a snake.
Yeah.
Anybody know that audio?
Oh, look what you made me do. Believers also allege that Taylor Swift's like love for red
Satan.
Oh
is
my
related to
goodness.
Lucifer. Yeah, burn it in red. Yeah,
Where did
no,
this? Did it start in the Bible of him being red?
I don't think so. I don't.
Where
think
did the
any-
red devil come from?
I think just because like in the Bible, in Revelation, I think is the only place that it talks about like the whole idea of Revelation is like Jesus comes back, he saves the world and throws Satan and all like into a pit that's like a burning pit, which is like again what's related, like what people say is hell,
Oh.
right? So like that's the whole idea. So I think maybe it's just like
Fire.
to fire and whatever. Shrek was a high priestess of the Church of Satan from 1985 to 1990, which is very suspicious because Tay talks a big game about being born in 1989.
Yeah, that really connects them.
Also, the alleged conspiracy theorists allege that because she named an album 1989, like after her birth, she's really trying to highlight the fact that she was like naturally born to her parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for the love.
Yeah.
You know, Adele also named all of her albums like based on age, right?
Yeah, 22,
Yeah.
Yeah.
19.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
21.
So this is like her so it's just like her way of being like, guys, I was naturally conceived and I wasn't born in a test tube.
I don't think that's what she's saying.
Yeah,
But
me
okay.
neither.
I need to know more about cloning.
I think she's just saying, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Yeah.
Because when you're 15,
Yeah. So it also says that like Shrek was used to create like this unknown amount of clones just to carry on the work
many
of Satan.
Taylors
So like there's
there?
other Oh my God. This makes sense because there's the girl Ashley on social
Yeah,
media.
but she
Yeah.
just had a lot of plastic surgery.
Oh, that's okay.
She had a
To try to look like
for
Taylor?
real?
Yeah.
Oh,
That
that's
is
messed
so
up.
creepy.
It's disturbing how much
I know she got kind of
What's
canceled,
like
but
the-
I didn't know the whole
It's all
backstory.
plastic surgery. She's like a stalker.
Oh, that's kind of sad. But also, there's people that do that to look like Barbie.
Yeah.
So maybe these other clones are like the people who were like in the Mattel commercial back in the
Yeah.
day and
Yeah.
all these other people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So like they're it's to carry on her work for Satan. So that means that like, Zeena is like this overachiever and like this high, always reaching for something more, which is like very much what Taylor does,
So that's why people think they're the same person.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm,
But but they're not the same person. They're clones.
they're clones.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
different.
Yeah.
It's different.
Mm-hmm.
Is
It's
Zeena
just
even
in their-
aware that she was cloned?
Zeena, yes, because she is an overachiever. So she gave up her DNA to help,
Oh.
spread the
She
Satanism.
voluntarily did that.
Yes. But
Oh.
Zena's done a lot of interviews since, and don't you think she would like say this? Like she'd be like, "Guys, my dad forced me to give up my DNA." I just don't. I'm not buying. Anyway,
And her eyes are brown again. Like that really, that is,
It's like the Elvis all over again.
no, it's just like when we did the whole chemtrails.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And then really, I still think about this. Like the thing that was like, no, I don't believe it, was you just being like, why is there a gap? Right? If there's a chemical react, if you're dumping, like there's a gap right now because there's a chemical reaction happening, right?
Right.
But if we were just dumping things, there wouldn't be that gap
wouldn't be a
between the
gap.
plane. And
Right.
now I always look, I'm like, there's a gap. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Okay. So like the brown eyes
What if
Right.
she's wearing
are the gap.
contacts?
Right. Exactly.
Does
You
she have
think-
brown eyes in every single picture?
Well, this picture that's like you can't really see her eyes.
She could be wearing contacts.
I guess more likely Taylor Swift is wearing blue
Contacts.
contact.
Blue.
to-
Yeah. Or
Yeah, but
maybe
people-
they.
with brown eyes when they wear blue contacts. Disturbing.
Yes. I'm not into that.
Look like that Miley Cyrus meme.
Oh, but I think in general, people who have blue eyes who have like dark hair are gorgeous.
Oh
I
yeah.
think that's like a good mix.
But if Kate put on blue eye contacts, you'd be a little weird.
Yeah. I don't think it would go with my skin color.
Well, she's like an Italian.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With her olive skin tone. And
Although my dad is Italian, he's got blue eyes, blonde hair.
really?
Yeah. He's from northern Italy,
Hmm.
on the border of
Is
France.
he even Italian? You should get it checked.
He has been
'Cause my
checked.
uncle's
Yes.
French.
Yeah. And then also that, Shrek traveled a lot through the years, and she, crossed over from the Satanism to her new faith with the new Buddhism that she, is, and that because Taylor went from country to pop, it's obviously the same.
God.
I'm sorry.
Very, very much the same.
The-
Yeah, but then Taylor put out Reputation after her pop.
But
though.
no, but wait, we're arguing that the satanic to Buddhist transition is the equivalent of the country to pop
country
transition.
to pop.
Yeah. Similar vibes. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
then Taylor put out, I would argue it's more so from her pop to Reputation, because Reputation is supposed to be her Satan album.
Well, according to them, right? I think Reputation is actually an album of her falling in love, but
Reputation came out after the pop. So it's like,
Yeah.
I think Reputation is one of the most romantic albums. That is a hot take, but
Yeah. Well, no, it is because it's all about her getting.
Yeah,
It's all about her getting canceled and this one guy being like, "I don't care that the whole world hates
Yeah.
you. I love you."
right.
Yeah.
or it's about her being fruity.
She's put a kibosh on that.
You know,
Although I kind of still believe Carly
A
and
little
her.
bit.
Yeah,
the album cover gets me every time.
that is another conspiracy we could do. The album cover.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the evidence against this is just that, Zeena left the church in 1990. She has no reason to protect its secrets. She's done multiple interviews. I kind of said this earlier, that she could just be like, yeah, my dad made me, give away my DNA because he wanted to just continue this, Satanism through my clones, which I'm like, I did kind of start Googling, like, I couldn't find an answer, but my question was like, why the clones?
Yeah. What were
Like,
the clones
what-
supposed to do
right,
for Satan?
right. And there was no answer there. Like, Google could not give me an answer about this.
And I thought to myself, what were the clones to do to Satan?
Yeah, like I guess it makes sense like other religions where your goal is like like in a good Catholic family, you're supposed to like reproduce because you're all about right, or like the Jews,
Yeah.
they want they're trying to rebuild their
Yeah.
population and
Right.
they just want you to reproduce other Jews and it's all about like have all these children to perpetuate the church. But I don't know, a cloning just seems so much more challenging than like why
Right.
don't you guys go have some kids the natural way and bring them into the church?
And are we assuming then that Taylor Swift's parents are Satanists because they raised her?
Well, yeah, but I don't think they are.
They also
Isn't
seem
her
like
mom
very
like a
nice.
Christian or something? Wasn't she
I'm sure.
raised Christian?
Well, she always says that she's Christian.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, Taylor always says she's
Yeah.
Christian.
and
Come
like,
on. I mean, come on.
but
Also,
also,
got a whole Christmas album.
yes,
So
Yeah.
funny. Well, we can listen to it. now.
Christmas tree farm.
Christmas Tree Farm. Yeah. So anyway, I just think that like if Zeena was like she stole my DNA, couldn't she like blackmail her into like some of that money?
Yeah. I'd be like,
The hush hush money.
So what?
Also, I feel like P Diddy would be wrapped up in this.
P. Diddy would be cloning people.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know who's low-key cloning people? Nick Cannon.
Oh,
Did
He
you see Nick
just
Cannon just got
reproduced it.
diagnosed with narcissism? And he's like, and he came out and he was like,
funny.
you know, people use narcissism as like a
Said the
derogatory
narcissist.
term. He's like, but I've done my research and I've talked to my therapist and it's not a bad thing. We're like, it's
Said the narcissist.
yes,
Yeah.
the narcissist.
yeah, but that was a people source. You know, that wasn't on TikTok.
That's
People
so
people
funny.
said he was just diagnosed with narcissism. I'm like, that totally makes sense for your need to like
How embarrassing.
repopulate the entire planet
Right.
with your children. Yeah.
Right. Mhm.
He's cloning his people.
That's not
Mhm.
surprising at all. Another large piece of evidence that kind of like
Evidence.
dismisses this claim is that like there's never actually been a human clone to our
That we
knowledge.
know of.
The conspiracy
Yeah.
theorists would say that we know of,
That we know of. Yes.
that we,
don't have
we
proof
don't
of
know.
that.
There's no proof, right?
Conspiracy
Well,
theorists like that's
Isn't
not.
there like cloning, aggressive cloning research in Japan? Did that
Well,
happen
in
in Japan?
1952, the scientists in America first cloned a tadpole. That was the first clone
I
in
don't think
America,
it
a
happened
tadpole.
in Japan.
And then again, 1996, our childhood.
Right.
Dolly
I
the
wasn't even
sheep.
born yet.
You weren't born in 96.
I was born in 97.
Oh my gosh. And then the closest we ever came to a human clone was 97,
Oh, with what?
when scientists created a monkey facsimile from another monkey.
Oh my God.
Colleen,
Yeah.
my quick Google search says that actually Japan is pretty restrictive about
Oh.
cloning.
Was it in response to a cloning incident?
Um,
Because I remember there was this. I was watching something on the TV.
It says in 2000 there was a ban and you
Yeah.
face 10 years if you attempt to clone a human.
I was watching something on the TV. It was probably some TLC show, and this lady lost her dog, and she was so distraught. She cloned the dog, but I thought she had to bring her past dog to Japan to get it cloned.
Did you fall asleep?
I don't remember. Could be a dream. I swear to God, it was like a little white dog. This was like years ago. It feels like a childhood memory. I don't know.
Well, maybe it was before 2000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe Japan responded to a cloning incident. I'm sorry, if they already have rules against anti-human cloning, it means somebody tried to clone it.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, no, because I think it's
Like-
more ethical, right?
Yeah.
Like, because the problem is, as I'm saying right now, only 1 in 100 clones are actually successful.
Yeah, it's
So
really
like
depressing.
1%.
Yeah.
And
depressing.
most clones have like dysfunctional organs.
It's like incest children.
And yeah, and then they're like, and then they have to be euthanized,
Oh.
you know? So like it's human life.
You know how like
Um,
they say you can like create a baby with like stem cells?
Yeah.
Is that cloning?
Can you create a baby with stem cells?
Like you don't need sperm. You know what I'm talking about, Megan?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Megan's aggressively looking it up.
No, it is not possible to make a baby from stem cells.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't
Says
think that.
AI.
Can we trust AI? It's a government.
Oh. Anyway, the point is it's unethical, like, and banned in
It just
several
seems
places.
creepy. I've seen enough of those weird horror movies about cloning to know that I'm not cloning.
Yeah. Well, also, and let's just be like, Taylor Swift is a 1 in a million.
Yeah.
And like
1 in a million.
1 in a billion.
You
Yeah.
can't even count to a billion.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I just feel like, why would we like reduce her to have been cloned?
Right.
Has Zeena done anywhere near
No.
accomplished anywhere near as much as
But yeah, it just seems like she just wants to like live her life and
Yeah,
like
she
do
just
her
wants to
own
be
thing.
peaceful.
Yeah.
and we're not letting her.
Yeah.
Right. So the point is, this whole reel that popped off,
Right.
it
Wrong.
makes no sense.
Ain't.
And it's, in my opinion, debunked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they're clones, but they do look freakishly similar in that one.
They look
picture.
very similar. But yeah, what do we think, guys?
I
A
don't-
bunch of
I don't think they're clones.
Yeah, it's a hoax.
yeah, it's definitely a hoax. It's just like anybody. It's just like what we said. Like anybody will. I feel like it's related to like, oh, the Illuminati worships the devil, and like they sold their souls to Satan, and you know, it's just like the haters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there
Well,
are
have we listened
Taylor
to
Swift
Swift
haters.
music played backwards. It's when rock and roll came alive. They all played it backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could on a record.
Because my mom actually said, "Can you had talked about should we cover
John Lennon.
about like when John Lennon died in her like high school, her teacher was young and like played it backwards and was hearing messages and was like crying. And my mom was like, please don't cover that. I can't.
When I just think of backwards lyrics, I just think of like, is it worth it? Let me work it. Put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it. It's your for minute, but it's when yet. And if
Wait,
like,
hold on. Is she saying it backwards?
yes,
I always go,
yeah, it's
like,
your for minute, but it's when yet.
So none of us buy this, right? Colleen, have you been talked around?
no, I don't buy it.
Oh,
I don't buy it.
Colleen doesn't buy it. It's
I was
sure
joking
not
from the very
happening.
beginning.
Yeah, but it's kind of scary.
I don't think it's scary, but I think it's just weird how similar they look.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's
Yeah.
scary how similar they look. Like whoa, that's
What
kind of weird.
what other conspiracies are you talking about?
I do know one about Taylor Swift that you didn't cover that made me. I
I
looked.
mean, I only covered one, so
There's yeah. There's one. So well, actually, she has like a low key writer background because she writes her songs.
right.
So we all know about that movie that came out with the cat and the spy.
Oh, I feel like it was all this hype, and then I never heard anything about it afterward.
Well, Jordan went to see it. It was a bad movie.
Oh,
But the rumor was that Taylor Swift wrote that under a ghost name.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of the movie.
Well, I think a lot of this stuff, that the theories about her being a low-key writer, also stem from like the All Too Well 10-minute version, when the
Yeah.
whole premise is that she's a writer and she's like writing about her experiences.
Because
Argyle.
yeah, Argyle.
Mm-hmm.
It features same breed as her cat, and it's like people just believe Taylor Swift wrote the script under a ghost name and produced it.
Well, then I feel like I do kind of remember when there was like press happening before, and I feel like they were kind of leaning into it. Like people would be like,
Yeah,
well, I don't know, we can't comment on that.
Yeah.
because
Right.
Obviously, I mean, then your
And then it-
roommate went and saw this
It was a
random
major
movie.
flop. Yeah,
I mean, it does kind of look like Taylor and her cat.
yeah, that's a thing. But there's a theory that Taylor Swift writes fanfics,
Uh-huh.
which I don't know if the internet's. Well, I know the internet is, but I don't know if our fan base is aware of what fanfics are. But it's like real life people who write stories.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think people know
inspired
because
by
like
other things.
wasn't
Fan fiction is just
50
like
Shades of Grey was like
Was
fan fiction
Twilight.
of
Oh, yeah.
Twilight,
a
right?
lot
So-
of books that have been published recently were fanfic.
This
first.
one went viral on TikTok during the pandemic time,
Mhm.
and it's one based on Harry Potter, and it's like a prequel to Harry Potter. It's based
the
on
Marauder era.
yeah, it's on the Marauder era, and the conspiracy is that Taylor Swift wrote that, and the author on the fanfic website's name is Miss King Bean 89.
89.
89.
Yeah, like
Why would she be
1989.
being?
And I
was
I
always
don't
a
have
different name.
well, I wasn't prepared to talk about it
Okay,
today.
okay. So it kind of snowballed from wow, Taylor must have written this song just for Wolfstar to like photoshops of Taylor secretly being Miss King being 89 and writing ATYD at the backstage of the Reputation tour.
Yeah, and the theory or the conspiracy is that Taylor Swift has liked Instagram. When you know how you used to be able to see
Oh yeah.
people's activity on
Yeah.
Instagram, there was conspiracy that she had been liking posts about the Harry Potter relationship.
Oh well, it says like it just said that they photoshopped Taylor secretly
yeah.
liking it.
Yeah, so it was I guess it's
So maybe
posted.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
All right.
Okay, I'm thinking about some other Taylor Swift. So I mean, we've heard like there's like the Taylor Swift could be in the Illuminati, right? But that's just I think anyone who's like big and famous could be in the Illuminati, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember when they thought that she was like Pentagon psyop and she was like brainwashing us to vote a certain way? Like even in the last
yeah.
even in the last election they were talking
Yeah.
about that.
But a lot of people were like, "Nope, I don't care what she says."
Yeah. Well, no, and they said she was like like a Pentagon asset.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's always conspiracy theory in politics. Like,
because you can't trust the
So
government.
Yeah.
who was the person that I said she looked like at the beginning? The guy, and you like I
Troy
looked at him.
Sivan.
oh, Troy Sivan.
Who's that?
I love Troy Sivan.
He's like a singer.
So he started on YouTube. He's famous for coming out on YouTube. Like he went viral for his coming out story.
Okay.
And then he started his music career on YouTube. He would write his own songs and like post them on YouTube. And then he was also an actor, a child actor. He was Baby Wolverine in one of the early Wolverine movies.
I don't think he really looks like Taylor.
No, in that one picture he
He
did.
just one
Yeah.
picture. He looks
Yeah,
like
I
that.
think I didn't read.
He's also not naturally blonde.
Someone said that like when they looked at the still pictures, they bought into it, and then when they watched a video of them, and
Yeah.
I think they've been like
Well,
seen together before.
He's had some filler now too. He's doing stuff to his
Well,
face.
in that TikTok reel also, which maybe we'll have to post, that they also look. It's like they're separately on a late night show, and they
Right.
just like seem to turn their heads in the same way and
Yeah.
gesture the same way, and I think it's
I love Troye Sivan.
yeah.
Well, we could talk about the fact that there's a conspiracy that Taylor Swift has a album she never released.
Karma. Well, that's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing an episode on that?
No,
No,
we think
Karma's
Karma's
coming.
Oh.
They think they, as in the Swifties, that are in more deep
Yeah.
than us.
Well, the problem is she also is famous for like all of the
Messing with us.
she plans years in advance.
Yeah.
She has all of these Easter eggs. Everything is
And she
yeah.
gets her people in on it.
And then we all start spinning, and then we're the clowns, right?
Right.
Here's my final thought for you.
Okay, final thought,
Even though Beyonce beat her,
which doesn't make sense.
doesn't make sense. I think she is like the biggest star of our generation.
Oh, I think she's.
Oh.
I think she is the equivalent to the Beatles.
Yes.
1,000%.
I think she's a genius.
Yeah.
A lyrical genius.
She's a savant.
She really, I remember listening to her, back when she was 16, and we were like, I remember being in the carpool with my friends and being like, I mean, her voice isn't that great, but she's sure catchy, and she's hustled, and I think her voice
She's
is much
a-
better.
Oh, her voice
Insane
is so much
businesswoman.
better.
I think that she came from a rather well-to-do family. She tells the story of like, I just grew up on this little Christmas tree farm.
It's
But-
My
American.
heart is a Christmas tree.
But like
farm.
her dad is a finance guy. Okay. Her dad bought 3%.
We're not hiding the fact that she came from well
No,
off.
so I think she came, most people don't have the setup she did, right? Like the supportive family who are willing to relocate you to Tennessee, who have parents who are financially stable enough to like support you through this. And I think that's it. I don't think there's some big conspiracy that like, she sold her soul to the devil
No, she
or
just
that.
worked hard
Yeah,
as a
and-
businesswoman.
Yeah, I think she worked hard and she was kind of set up,
God, she has
have a
dreams.
lot of resources that maybe other people don't have. And I think obviously she wouldn't still be big almost 20 years later if she didn't hustle. I think she's like got the biggest work ethic of anyone I know.
Right.
I mean, like that girl never stops working.
Never.
The Heir store is the prime example.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's been going on for what, over a year?
Yeah.
She's been on tour.
Mm-hmm.
2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like almost 2 years.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
I think that like saying that I think that like saying that she sold her soul to the devil is like selling her what
Short.
he's done short. Yeah. I mean, like really, like she was basically bullied on Twitter, and anyone probably would have
child,
like
essentially.
well, like by a bunch of Kim and Kanye fans. And then she came back and she's like completely like turned it around,
Mhm.
Like maybe she got hers, but they all got theirs,
Well, what did we tell Joey whenever
Trash takes itself out
Yeah.
every time?
every
Yeah.
single time.
Yep. All right. Do you have any final thoughts, Colleen?
I don't think Taylor Swift is a clone.
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
I do think she's an internet lurker, though.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Yeah.
She's watching us.
I don't know how would have the time. I know she always says that she's like, I pay attention to what's happening, and she like references things people are saying. But I think she's got Taylor Nation. She's got
I
a
don't
whole
think
team.
she sleeps. Like,
I mean, she probably has a
She sleeps on the
team of,
plane, I
like,
think.
social media, or sorry, content creators and social media.
Yeah, who
Gosh,
brief her
yeah.
on like hear the trending
Right. Here's the things that
conversation.
people are saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know she likes things, whatever.
She
But
has
I
a
just
whole army
I feel
in
like-
her
yeah.
arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, that's what happens when you're a billionaire.
Well, I feel
Yeah.
like when you are working as hard as she is and like putting out albums as frequently as she is, and you have to have someone who just manages your life and handles all
PR.
the other street.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tree.
yeah.
Most famous
Exactly.
PR person ever.
The one who most definitely came up with how about you go to the Jets game so that when people Google your name, it's not you and your plane gas usage.
Yeah.
Tree's genius.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you guys think?
No,
You think she is a Satanist clone?
You know what we haven't done and we need to bring back now that you're managing
Oh,
social media?
I was
is-
just about to say the poll.
Yeah, we haven't done a poll in like
Oh,
all
I-
of season 2.
No, we really haven't.
All right,
we're
we're
slacking on
bringing back the polls, guys.
We're bringing polls back. Yep. So the poll is she's definitely a clone of Zeena Lavey, and this is all because the Church of Satanism and the Illuminati are out to get us. Or secret answer 2, this is all false. And Tay is just a genius.
She's just a genius.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Anyway, happy birthday, Tay.
Happy
And
birthday.
I'll go back to
What is it?
December all the time.
35? 35 this year?
I was just gonna ask, how old is she?
35.
35. Hope you and Trav have a great time celebrating.
Ah,
We should get off. We should watch.
Trailer.
We can go watch the
Trailer.
Lifetime inspired movie.
oh my gosh, there's a Lifetime inspired.
Well, there were
movie.
2 inspired movies, but the one that's like officially inspired that Travis Kelce's mom is in
Uh-huh.
is apparently not super inspired.
Oh, okay.
It's like A Chief's Christmas or something.
Okay.
But there's a Lifetime movie that is like,
Spot on.
well, it's about like a football player and a
Pop
big star.
Star.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
we'll
well,
log off. We'll go watch that. And we'll see you guys next week. Next week, we're talking
Jean Bonnet.
Jean Bonnet.
You guys get ready for it.
Yeah.
I think it's funny their name's John.
Well,
After
her dad's name was John Bennett.
No, it's
yeah.
weird.
You know,
But they named the son.
Netflix has really been
Burke.
yeah, Netflix has really been scooping us a lot.
Yeah.
So we've had John Bonet on the calendar for Christmas week. I've had it on the calendar for 6 months, and then here comes Netflix with a special. You know what? We had recycling.
That's true. Maybe they're lurking on
Are they
your
listening?
internet.
I think
spot.
we're
Yeah.
blowing up. I had recycling for almost a year on the Google Doc. Finally do it, and there's like
A plastic
a
document.
documentary on Netflix about it.
Yeah.
You know
That's weird.
Yeah.
what?
It's all
It's
your
all yours.
conspiracies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a whole documentary. I talked about USOs in the season,
Yeah.
and now there's a whole mini series talking about. Well, it's about the UFOs, but in episode 2, they go into like where are they? They're in the water,
Yeah.
and they start talking about the
I
USOs.
forgot how to spell season.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week.
Ciao.
Ciao.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
I can do it with a broken heart.